This week, I'm in the kitchen showing you some of the foods that we eat day to day. This is week 8 of the vlog. This week, I'm going to talk to you about what I eat. I don't follow any specific diet or trend. I'm not vegan or low carb, high fat, and I don't eat paleo. Instead, I just focus on a well-balanced diet that includes a lot of vegetables that are a variety of colors. I never measure anything out or track macros, and if I'm hungry, I eat. I never starve myself. I also try and keep the fridge really well stocked so I don't fall into a habit of those easy solutions like takeout food. It also helps that I like to cook and I enjoy eating a number of things that are healthy. Some people have the impression that the foods that I eat aren't necessarily the healthiest because of some of the pictures that I've posted online. So if I'm doing a long bike ride, I might fuel myself with Timbits or brownies or cookies and be drinking Coke. But that's not a good indication of what I'm eating day to day. When I'm on my bike, I use those types of foods as my fueling for the ride, and it kills two birds with one stone because it lets me fuel my ride with some foods that aren't very good for you, but they're fast sugars, and it also lets me curb those cravings so that I don't crave those types of foods at other times. Outside of the time I'm riding my bike on the trainer, I'd say I follow an 80-20 rule, where 80% of the time I'm eating really well, but if there's ever a time where I don't eat well, I definitely don't beat myself up over it. For example, pretty much every Friday, Lisa and I get pizza and breadsticks from Domino's, and it's not something that I feel bad about. Most of the time we're eating really well, so having that time where we know we're going to be indulging makes it that much easier to eat well throughout the rest of the week. And also we know that Saturday is usually a really big workout day for us. So we're going to be able to burn off most or all those calories that we consume on our Friday night. Big salads are something that we have probably 4 or 5 times a week. Usually have a kale base and really just add whatever we have. So it could be that we add carrots, tomatoes, avocado, cheese, seeds, nuts, some type of protein, whether it's chicken or beef. If we have any sort of quinoa, we could we could add some cooked quinoa to it as well. And these are really great because really nutritious, can definitely fill yourself up with a lot of vegetables. And they taste great too. We'll add a dressing to it that we make quite a bit around here. Usually our go-to dressing is we'll mix together some apple cider vinegar, some olive oil, honey, a little bit of Dijon, salt and pepper, mix all that up and use that on our salads, and tastes great. And a much better option than most of the salad dressings that you would get from the store, both because it's healthier for you, it uses better ingredients, and also you know what's in it because you've made it yourself. So you don't have to be concerned about there being any sort of harmful preservatives or anything you don't want in there because you're making it yourself, so you can put whatever you want in it. Sausage and peppers is another favorite of ours. We'll go to the St. Lawrence market. There's a really nice there's a really nice butcher there. They sell some great chicken sausages. So we'll mix those with some vegetables. So in there we roast some sweet potatoes. We'll cut up some peppers, some onions, roast them as well with a little bit of garlic and some Italian seasoning. Add the chicken sausage to it. Cook all that. Usually everything takes about 40 minutes in the oven. That's a really great nutritious way for us to get lots of vegetables, get some good proteins. Again, love how it tastes, so we don't feel like we're sacrificing anything when we're eating a meal like that. If we have any avocado around, again, avocado is something that we love around here. So once it's been cooked, we might add some avocado and some hot sauce to it, and that's another favorite of ours. Quite possibly my favorite thing to eat, if I could only eat one thing for the rest of my life, would be almond butter. It's not almond butter that you can get from the grocery store, but almond butter that you make at home. And I'm not sure why, but none of the brands at the grocery store has quite the consistency or the taste that you can make if you make it at home. It's really easy to do, so it's something that I end up doing probably once a week. Buy raw almonds from Bulk Barn, and we'll roast them for about 18 minutes in the oven. One of the main reasons why we roast them is it just makes it a lot easier for them to break down when we put them in the food processor. So once they've cooled down, we'll put the almonds in the food processor with a little bit of sea salt, lots of cinnamon, because I do love cinnamon, and then you just turn the food processor on, and you let it do all the work. So it'll just grind the almonds up until first they become a fine powder, and then it'll kind of clump, and then eventually it'll just turn into almond butter, and that is delicious. I probably have almond butter at least once. I do have it at least once a day. Pretty much every day, have it for breakfast, either on English muffins or on a bagel. When I've gone traveling for extended periods of time, likely the thing from back home, the food from back home that I miss the most is definitely almond butter. So it's super easy to make, and it tastes really, really good. You don't have to add any oil to it. It's just the oils that are naturally in the almonds. You don't have to add any sort of sweeteners to it or anything like that. And that's definitely one of my favorites. Thanks a lot for watching this week's video. In the description below this video, I've included a link to my blog where I have some of the recipes for some of our favorite foods. For a lot of the things that we make, we don't really follow a specific recipe, so it's a little bit rough. A lot of times it's just based on what we do or don't have around, but it can definitely help guide you if you were interested in any of the things that we eat. I have another video for you next Tuesday. Until then, happy training.
Oh, this you crazy mother...